Hi, my name is Sami Samuels. I live in Lafayette, California. I'm in 6th grade and I'm 11 years old. And today I'm going to be making stir fry. So what you need to use for stir fry is your broccoli, peas, carrots, tofu, and a sauce I made, which is just brown sugar and soy sauce. So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to cut the tofu. So I'm going to move it.
When did you start cooking and why?
I started when I was around 5 years old, and I wanted to be just like my mom, so I wanted to cook.
And what do you like about cooking?
I like to try new things.
What's your favorite foods to make?
I like desserts because I have a huge sweet tooth.
What's your favorite kind of food to eat?
I like to eat sushi because I love the combination of rice and seaweed. And next I'm going to be marinating my tofu, and so I'm going to go get a bowl around this size because you want to be able to mix the tofu but not smush the tofu. So I'm just going to pour the tofu into the bowl.
What other hobbies do you like?
I love to do softball and skiing and all theater. Got to make sure you get all the brown sugar out. So then you're just going to kind of marinate it. So make sure there's like no white showing on the tofu. See how I have some of the tofu is white? You need to make sure you get rid of all that. Then when you get it like that, you just want to let it sit there so you can have it seep into the tofu. So now what I've done is I've transferred my veggies and my marinated tofu all the way to the stove. And so I have my pan, my stir-fry pan, and I just added a little olive oil in it just to help it fry and not stick to the pan. So I'm just going to make sure it's hot, and I can feel that it's already hot. And I'm going to always start with my carrots because they're the hardest, the most firm of all of them, and so they take the longest to cook. So you just want to dump them in, and it might splatter because it's hot. And then I'm just going to move it straight on. I have my spoon and use to mix it.
What makes you unique?
Well, I love competition, and I don't just do cooking and acting. I also love to get dirty, and I love sports, and I'm not all girly girl and stuff like that.
Do you have other special talents besides cooking?
Well, I do some sewing, which is kind of fun, and I also am a competitive skier.
So what does being competitive mean to you?
Being competitive means to me which means that you are good at the sport and that you want to win at it. So now it looks like that my carrots are not like cooked but not hard. So I'm going to dump in my broccoli.
And have you entered any competitions?
Not really. Except for like sports, but not like any cooking, but I can't wait to enter one of those. So I'm just going to put a little garlic salt on them to give it a little flavor. You just need to mix it in. So you want to look at the broccoli, and you can tell that it's done when it's a really rich, dark green, like kind of an emerald. Because then you know that your broccoli is cooked fully. So next what you're going to do is you're going to let it stir, kind of just stir it a little, just like mix it around in there. And now you're going to add your snap peas. You always want to put the things that don't take as long, that like the tofu that is like softer, that absorb heat more, last because they will need to take as long. So now I have my broccoli, my snow peas, and my carrots. The last thing that I'm going to add in is the tofu. So I have my tofu that's all marinated. I'm just going to make sure I have it all mixed in. And it's going to splatter when I pour it in because it's hot. So I'm just going to pour it in. And you just want to mix it. So now I have my tofu poured in. So I just need to make sure that I cook the insides because the outsides might seem hot, but the insides aren't. So you're just going to want to stir it around. And it kind of takes a while because you want to make sure. And then to test it, you just want to cut it open and see if it looks hot. It doesn't look very hot because it's not steaming, but it looks pretty cooked. So we're just going to go for a little longer. So now I have my tofu, my broccoli, and my carrots, and my snow peas all mixed in. So I'm going to carry this over to my bowl where I have some white rice. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour the stir fry on top of the white rice because I like that the white rice gives it a little flavor because I don't like all that veggies. And so what I'm going to do is I don't have to put all this in here. I just want to get like all that I want. So I'm just going to over here and just take it. So now it's time for tasting after I've made myself my meal. So I'm going to just... Mmm.